Welcome back, everybody. I'm your average investor here to help you with everything related to the stock market as well as the cryptocurrency market. And let's just go ahead and dive right into Bitcoin. Now, I know everybody has been hearing the hype, obviously, about Bitcoin, especially with the new Fed printing so much money. I heard Biden just is going to release another stimulus check for about $2,000 per household, which comes out to be around like a $1.9 trillion package. So obviously, there's a lot of inflation, especially the dollar is going to be extremely inflated. And I bet a lot of you guys have heard the recent rumors about Bitcoin maybe hitting $100,000. Even I've heard the most conservatives of $100,000. I've heard upwards of $500,000. So this is honestly crazy to think that this could go all the way up to $500,000. So here I'm just going to talk a bit about the technical analysis and what honestly I would advise, um, or my opinion basically on what some people should do when trying to trade Bitcoin currently the way it is. So I here have some technical analysis. I drew, this is called the symmetrical triangle. And why it's called the symmetrical triangle is because it's neither in the uptrend or downtrend. I will cover that in future videos, hopefully specifically with the technical analysis videos and stuff like that. So when looking at a triangle, really you want the first 80%, so this portion right here, to be within the triangle, and then you want the remaining this 20% to kind of be empty how it is, because there's three things that occur with the triangle. So the first thing that can occur is that Bitcoin is just going to trade sideways and kind of break through the triangle and continue consolidating at this like 36,000, between this 36 and $35,000 range, really. The next scenario that could happen is that Bitcoin actually breaks out of this ascending triangle and we see some upside, maybe potentially to the $40,000 range, even maybe breaking some all-time highs, hitting that $45,000 range, and then onwards. And then the last thing that could obviously happen is that Bitcoin actually breaks downwards in a downward trend and could go all the way to even the $30,000 range, even maybe potentially having a pullback to the $25,000 range. Honestly, I could see a pullback to the $26,000 range. I don't think it's imminent, to be honest. Maybe in the future sense after the big bull run, but I don't really see it happening very soon, especially with the amount of bullishness there is. I feel like there is way too many buyers that are just going to eat up that cheap Bitcoin. You understand what I'm saying? So honestly, I would just recommend that you kind of wait for either the breakout or the the dump to see, because at this point, getting into a trade right now, I feel would be just risky, unnecessary risk, and kind of like gambling, because you don't really know currently, near future sense, like the next couple of days, where it's really going. Um, as you can see, we kind of just have some sideways trading, especially from the MACD. So here we saw this bullish trend, which allowed us to run up a couple $1,000, and then we had this bearish trend, but kind of ultimately led sideways. So we're really just waiting to see where Bitcoin is going to go. Now, I definitely think this past pullback was healthy for Bitcoin, especially because on the RSI, if you take a look on the RSI, we were extremely overbought. So I'm going to cover this all in future videos, obviously what the RSI means, the MACD, all this stuff. But just for the general sense, basically 70 on the RSI kind of hints an overbought. Anywhere upwards from 70 means like we're extremely overbought. So like a 95, 96 means like we're extremely overbought. And we're bound for a correction. Anything 30 and below means we're oversold, and that is like a good indication to enter a position. So I'm saying, honestly, when we hit this all-time high over here of I believe it was 42,000, we were hitting the 92, like 90 range for the RSI, which is absolutely insane. Like, let's be real, the pullback definitely is healthy, so I'm not honestly scared. A lot of people exited out of fear because they're like, we're pulling back. But honestly, I feel like this pullback was healthy, especially because now we're sitting at the 62. And honestly, I would go far to say that it is safe, honestly, to see another pullback down to this $30,000 range right here. To give the RSI, just bring it down to maybe that 50 range. I feel personally it's healthy. We would definitely be touching this 21-day moving average, kind of hitting that like $33,000 range. I guess here it's 35. But I could see it in the next couple of days, either breaking down and kind of just having that extra cushion of protection just to go down for the RSI a tiny bit more. Um, we really have to see in the next couple of days, and this kind of correlates with the dollar, the DXY. So when looking at the DXY, Bitcoin honestly correlates with the DXY. So it is very important to take a look at the DXY just like you're taking a look at Bitcoin, because obviously the whole point of Bitcoin is that it can't be it's an inflation proof asset, right? You can't mine more than 21 million Bitcoins. So the whole point is that whenever the DXY is going to pump, Bitcoin is going to dump. And you could see in the recent last couple week, 2 weeks, you can see that the DXY has been pumping. So here's around January 7th, 2021. We're around January 18th. So you could see that it's moved from this 89 all the way up to this 90. And that might not seem like a huge move, but quite frankly, it is. We crossed that 21 moving day average. So we were under this 21 day moving average for quite a while. We're talking like a good 3-4 months. And whenever you cross under the 21-day moving average, that's kind of a bullish scenario. And you could see that that honestly reflects accurately because we are significantly dropping. So in my opinion, if we see the DXY continue to pump even up to this $91 range in the next couple of days, we could see Bitcoin have pull back, because once again, as the DXY pumps, you can have Bitcoin dump and vice versa. So honestly, if you see the DXY, I could see the DXY going up, maybe even hitting that $91 range, which causes Bitcoin to dump a bit more, which obviously is healthy, honestly, because the RSI is going to get reset and it's just going to provide more, I guess, pull forward to the newer highs, such as $45,000, $50,000. So I feel like it's eminence. I'm just really seeing what this DXY is going to do in the next couple of days, because if it continues to pump, then I definitely see Bitcoin dumping more. But honestly, if the DXY drops a bit more, if it drops maybe back down to this $90 range, kind of crossing under the 21-day moving average, then this is kind of a more bearish scenario for the DXY, which I definitely think is going to result in a major pump for Bitcoin. So I'm just going to keep my eye out on that. As always, I'm going to keep you guys updated. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, if we're going to keep pumping or we're going to keep dumping for Bitcoin. And I'll be sure to keep you guys updated. Make sure if you enjoyed this video to hit the subscribe and make sure that notifications bell is turned on. And I will see you guys later.